Hey, what's happening? Good morning, everybody. It is about 7:45, and obviously you can tell the weather is choice. A little bit of sarcasm there. But that said, you can see behind me that there are a couple trees in the backyard that are starting to look real good. So I kind of got the idea today to go see if I could find a lot more trees like this. So what I'm going to do is zip on down to Shenandoah National Park, kind of cruise along Skyline Drive, see what I can see today, and yeah. So yeah, when I get there, check in, start cruising along. I'm guessing, just a little bit from past experience, because the last time I was actually in Shenandoah National Park was my birthday last year. So literally 363 days ago. I haven't been there since then. And that said, don't know what I'm going to see. Leaves are totally different. Weather's totally different. It's completely different from the last time I was there, because there's actually leaves on the trees this time around. So who knows what we're going to see. But either way, hang tight. I'll bring you back when we get to the park. Made it. Drove down I-81 for about an hour and a half to Stanton, now at the southern edge, essentially, of Skyline Drive, Shenandoah National Park, right here on the Appalachian Trail. Came to try and get some photos of the trees today. I don't know if you can guess, but my guess is that's not going to happen. But I'm going to drive a few miles up here. We drove this far to get to where we are now. And yeah, it's real foggy. Walk over the marquee here real quick. Here we are. Welcome to Shenandoah National Park. So the whole map obviously down here, we are currently there. Red dot indicates your location. So obviously this is the entirety of the Appalachian Trail that rolls through Shenandoah National Park. And you zip right over here to this side of the marquee. This actually shows Skyline or Blue Ridge Parkway, not Skyline Drive. So Skyline Drive is right here. Blue Ridge Parkway starts where we are right now and goes all the way down to south of Rocky Mount Visitor Center and Mabry Hill. So that's not the direction we're going. We're actually going south to north today. And even if we don't get too many photos today, which would be one hell of a letdown, we're going to see what happens. So we're going to pop up a few miles. I'm guessing this fog here is just going to completely get even worse than it is. I mean, it's pea soup fog right now, as you can tell. But, I don't know, maybe there's a break once in a while. Don't really feel too safe dodging around vehicles in the parking lot when it's this foggy, because we were driving up just about 2 miles in, away from where we are here. And yeah, there was a bright yellow gas truck, and we barely saw it until we were right on top of it. So this fog is nasty. Who knows? Let's take a couple miles up the road here and we'll see what happens. Hell of a view. Yeah, there's not really a lot here, is there? This is kind of disappointing. Yeah, very disappointing. But what can you do? Probably gonna look around here for a little bit. And I am currently 40 feet from trees. I mean, if you can't see the trees, barely right on the side of the road, there's not a snowball's chance in hell that you're gonna be seeing anything back there. So, that said, today might be, unfortunately, a bit of a bust. Oh well, we'll try and make the best of it. Barely down there. You can see just a shade of trees. It's kind of a bummer, but this is the most distance I've been able to see since I got up here. Spin you around again. I can actually see a ridge line across the way through the trees here. Let me spin you around. Right through there. Yeah. Not really too much, but better than I've had. And of course you can see there are some pretty good colors that are starting to pop here Driving through this last section, there's a lot of yellow, from the hickories, the poplars, some of the chestnut oaks turn that color first. But we're gonna keep going here and see what else we can see, because that should be something nice to see, but it's not today. We're gonna keep trying. If you could see just how many acorns are still on the ground here, this is because this happened to be red oak acorns, and the squirrels always leave those to last because they are so much more bitter than the white oak acorns. There's a lot more tannin in them, so those are going to be there until everything else is pretty much gone. And the number of other trees that are around here, like the hickories and whatnot, and white oaks everywhere. There's another red oak back there. I'm gonna see if I can get some good pictures of that. Hold, please. Well, what do you know? There's a little bit of a town you can see there. Very, very, very slight gap in the clouds and fog. I'm gonna keep going because there's been a couple breaks so far that I've seen. Of course, we got some colors starting to show up here behind me. Very, very, very little traffic here actually on the road today up on Skyline Drive. There's an occasional car, like of course there's one coming now. I'm starting to talk about it, but for the most part pretty empty, so got plenty of time to stop, take good pictures, talk to you, and it's just a great day so far. Yeah, I haven't seen cars in minutes, and now the 3 just pulled up. So I'm gonna shut up and gonna get rolling again. Well, some perseverance is kind of paying off. Starting to see potential off in that direction. This is Rip Rap Gap, the overlook at Rip Rap Gap Overlook. There's been a couple little breaks. Still nothing great though. It's just taking time. We'll find a good photo today. Good things come to those who wait. Just spent a couple minutes goobering around over here taking some other photos of leaves and trees and whatnot, and it cleared up enough to get a view. Very nice. Very nice. Well, that's something I'm used to seeing, but it's not good when you see it. Looks like somebody dropped their water bottle and their filter right here at Simmons Gap. There's a ranger station across the road here, which goes down there. We're gonna take a quick trip up here, see what we can see. Well, I'm kind of glad now that I took this little side trail, because boom, oyster mushrooms. Got a handful of oyster mushrooms that I can chuck into a stir fry tonight. Bam! Awesome. This is the latest in the year I have ever found any oyster mushrooms, so I am stoked. Anyway, gotta keep going. Well, unfortunately today has devolved into rain and fog again, so this is pretty much all that I've seen for the last 40 miles. So for the time being, I'm just gonna go ahead and sign off until I get back home. But I did get a couple hundred photos today. I'm gonna sort through those, and I'm gonna pop a couple good ones up here. And I'll think of something else to talk about once I get back to the house. But for the time being, hang tight. Well, it is the next day. Didn't do too much, more filming because it got dark. And yeah, spent pretty much the entire day driving through Skyline Drive, getting down to the Shenandoah National Park and enjoying those fall colors. It's very, very windy here now. Has been. Yesterday it was just horribly windy and had a bit of rain too, so it wasn't awesome. But yeah, all in all, that was a good trip. I feel like it was a good success. I got a couple hundred photos. You've seen a couple of them. So this wind is something else today. I actually have my hood up because I am excited to say that it finally feels like fall has arrived. You know, it's November 1st. It is my birthday, and the best thing that nature could have done was bring fall officially on my birthday. It's getting down into the 40s at night. It smells like fall. Just take a walk down to the back of the property. I'm gonna just have fun enjoying a little bit of free time outside. So it was a pretty successful trip down to Shenandoah National Park, and I'm really glad I was able to spend the time there and just see some good colors this year in the fall. But that's all I got for you today. So like I always say, thanks again for watching. Make sure you find a reason to get outside and find a smile, and I'll catch you in the next one.